We just arrived at the job site, my husband's office.
Today we are turning my husband's completely boring office space into something absolutely beautiful.
Oh yeah, I like it.
This was a very fun and special project for me, as it was my first decorating project outside of my own home, and I did it with almost completely thrifted items as well as a few DIYs. Last week I shared some thrifting that I did to prepare for the space, as well as showed you a haul. I shared the very boring before of this space. I took you along as I created a vision for the space, showing you my Pinterest boards and how I plan a space so that I can create something very cohesive with even thrifted items. There were a few DIYs, and my husband, who was the client for this space, absolutely loved the vision board that I created.
Hello, garbage truck. Hi guys, we're back. Office makeover, episode 2. Let's do this. We're gonna do the final reveal today in this video. I shared last week that I've been working on my first client decorating space, which is my husband's office and his coworker's office. So they split time in a psychiatry office. They're both residents. So if you missed last week's episode, go check it out. You're gonna see a whole thrifting trip, how I actually plan a space to make it really affordable, sustainable, and really beautiful and cohesive. That was the biggest comment on that video. It's like, you actually made this like a cohesive theme. It is a theme, which I'm normally like not a theme person, and it's a little bit style different than like my own home. So it was a good challenge for me. So we have one more DIY, a little thrift flip that I actually picked up like the day of this install. And then I'm gonna take you along as we install, decorate his space, and we'll do a big final reveal. I absolutely love how it turned out. So I can't wait to show you guys. Let's get started. So last video, episode 1 of this makeover, I told you guys that I was gonna make wallpaper. I left you guys like, I'm gonna wallpaper, it's gonna be so fun. We didn't get approval. So I got in my mind that I needed some large scale art to really fill up the wall and make like a good impact and stuff. So I happened to go to Goodwill Bins this morning. You guys will see a full haul because it was really good. Mostly vintage things, but then I found these like large canvases that have a wood frame around them. So they're nothing special, but we can turn them into something special, I think. What I do like about them is the wood is real. Like it's not just like oftentimes like a sticker that looks like wood, but these are real wood. So I have some paint, and typically like large pieces of art like this can be really expensive. So I would like to show you guys an idea that hopefully will work out. Make large scale textured art that's really cheap, because it's really not that hard. I'm saying that now. So I have this paint sample. It's Benjamin Moore Atrium White. And I have these palms. Since we're going for a Florida coastal theme, I thought that would be appropriate. So I just got these from our yard.
I guess I ran out of painter's tape, so I'm using some Scotch tape, and that worked fine. I did forget to mention that I did add some baking soda into this paint to give it just a little bit of texture and give it that plaster look that I'm going for. I went in with 2 coats to be able to cover up this kind of like, is this wood? I think it's like a wood design here. Now to add the exciting part. So I had some just acrylic paint on hand. I added some brown and some blue and mixed this together with the atrium white to kind of get this kind of taupey color. I wanted this piece to not have too much warmth to it, since the tone of the frame was quite a cool brown. So this is what I used to color the pieces of palm that I got from my yard, and I just really in hindsight should have made more paint and really layered this on a little thicker so that it would show up, but it did turn out pretty well. I have a few tips though. If you end up doing a project like this, I would suggest that you lay it down, and then instead of just using your hands like I am here, it kind of ends up transferring paint onto your hands, and then in between you really should use a piece of paper and put that piece of paper down and press on top of that. While I really liked the way this did turn out, I had the idea while I was doing it to maybe use joint compound to kind of build up the surface, so then when the palms go in, or any object you could use, there would be kind of a imprint of that object which I think would add a really cool 3D element to it as well. But I do really like how this turned out, and it was very time efficient and quick. I did go in with one darker color as well to add a little bit of contrast, and I also used my brush to create some splatters. That's why you'll see those little dots around there. So with this project wrapped up, we are ready to head to the job site to get this project all installed. This did not go according to plan. I will tell you more about what happened, and you will see in the chaos of the clips as evidence of that. Just arrived at the job site, my husband's office. So we have a full carload. We actually had to bring 2 cars because there was so much stuff, and now we have all the kids with us. So here is a good look at the before. Man, it's pretty boring, pretty plain. I showed you guys last week everything that I did like in the space though, because there are some good things in here and there's some potential. So we quickly got to work getting everything out of this space. Now, we did not plan to have all 3 kids with us. That was because they were actually at a sleepover at my husband's parents' house, but they came back and we were still here and we were just unloading. We were going to come back the following day to get everything set up, but they offered to just like help hold Cassie in and everything. So it worked out well, but we kind of rushed through getting everything out of here so we can just be maximally efficient. I think I was most excited to say bye-bye to these penguins. I want to thank Hulala for sending over the most beautiful faux leather chairs for the space. I had in my head like a vision of what I wanted, something just really modern and sleek for the space, and they had so many options. Honestly, I had so many that I had to just ask Dominic which ones he liked best, and I absolutely love the ones that he chose and the ones that Tulala sent over. So let me show you us setting these up. They were super easy to set up. Dominic brought a drill, so it went like super fast, and my father-in-law helped as well, and they just took this space up another level. I'm so excited to show you these styles in the space. They added so much class to this space. You can shop all of Hulala's furniture on their website using my link in the description down below, as well as using my code EG12 for an additional 12% off stacked on top of any discounts that they are currently running. They have affordable pieces on there for every single room. But we are going to move right along. We got the rug down. I showed you guys this last week. I found it on Amazon and I like that it doesn't have much of a pile to it. It's pretty much just flat, so I thought it would be great for heavy traffic, and the pattern of it is nice and mixed and everything, so that in case stains happen, I think it will be pretty easily covered as well.
Put the 2 chairs here and then have the table in the middle. So that's probably very close to where we want it. Yeah.
The boys were having a fabulous time helping and running through all of the empty hallways at Dominic's work. It was a bit of chaos, honestly, but both my in-laws were a huge help. I'll link that little side table. I also got that new on Amazon because I just could not find one for the life of me at thrifting. I showed you guys that I found this floor lamp on Facebook Marketplace, and I love the gold that it has in it. I'm using gold as the accent color in here, and then I love that it has the rattan, like that grass wrap going down it. I think that really helps tie in with the old Florida fishing theme, which is what my client Dominic requested for this space. I also thrifted this little lamp as well as the shade for it and the other lamp, and they just worked really well in here. They add a really nice soft glow. I think in hindsight, looking back, I should have had different sized lampshades for both of these lamps, so I'm going to keep an eye out for a larger lampshade that could go on the floor lamp. So I got a few clips of styling the bookshelf. That was literally all I got because it was just getting a little bit crazy here and we were trying to get this all done. But I did pick up a new like pin board for the wall to replace that cork board. I found this one at the Goodwill bin, so it was probably like less than $1. I forgot to take a clip of actually hanging it up there, but I just hung it up with thumbtacks because it was so light, and we forgot some nails. If there's one thing that I could have done differently, I think, in this makeover, it would be bringing a little bit more decor for this bookshelf. I brought a few things because we didn't want it to be like too cluttered or anything, but it definitely could have had a little bit more, especially something on top, like another plant up there, just to add a little bit more height. If anyone has any good ideas for the top of the bookshelf, please let me know. I had this tray that I thrifted, and so I placed the phone and his little pencil cup onto this. I ended up moving the plant over to the other side just so that he can access the phone a little easier. But I think that adding a tray always helps contain the clutter and makes things look a lot better. I also had this little butterfly, like these are actually real butterflies in glass, from my own house that I wasn't using anywhere, so I put it into this little corner. I think it's on theme and adds a little layer to the space. I forgot to get clips of it, but I did put the thrifted palm plant that I got back here behind one of the chairs to add some height. It's actually up on a upside down pot. And then I did hang the prints that I framed last week and added a custom color mat that I painted.
All right, before I share the final reveal of this space, I wanted to ask you guys to like this video, as that really helps support the channel, as well as give this video a comment if you think it turned out well. Tell me, how do you think it turned out? Even just an emoji. I always love that. That always helps support the channel as well. You can subscribe to see more makeovers like this, as well as lots of fun, like fall and Christmas holiday decorating that I have planned for this season, and turn on your bell notifications so you get notified when I upload. All right, let me remind you where we started in this space. Now for how it looks now. Past 10. You can probably see by the bags under my eyes, because I'm finishing up editing this video, and it just like struck me while I was doing this video is that, like, I used to work in healthcare. I used to be in an office like this. I mean, not exactly like this because I was a physical therapist, but I didn't love it. Like, I really just thought about like changing the decor all the time in the office that I was working in, and like, because it makes a difference. And like, I just feel so extremely fortunate and just grateful for where I'm at now, that I get to do this, and it's grown so much, and this is the life that I get to do, and like the career that I'm building, and I get to do it alongside with my kids. This makeover was a little bit different because we were like rushing to get it done because it wasn't in our own house, but normally I'm just decorating at home and like showing you guys, and you guys watch it, which is just, I'm just so grateful for it. So thank you guys for supporting me, for supporting our family, and just being here throughout it all. We're feeling so much better. We had COVID like 2 weeks ago, everyone in the family, even our 4-month-old, but we like got through it. Gideon got to start kindergarten a week late, but like, we're just so grateful for it that we're through it. So thank you guys for all your prayers, and I'm gonna be back next week with a thrift haul. I was like, what am I doing? A thrift haul from the Goodwill bins. It was really good, guys. So make sure you guys come back for that one. And I am also working on doing another refresh on my family room space that you guys loved, because I got a new credenza because ours had an infestation of bugs. So make sure you guys come back for that one, because I think it's going to turn out really beautiful. I love it so much more, if that was possible. So I hope you all have a very blessed week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. I had a very good trip to the Goodwill bins, guys.